Hey everyone, today we're publishing our own NPM package, Port Checker. This simple tool helps developers check if a port is available or in use. I'll walk you through the setup, coding, and publishing process while also troubleshooting common issues along the way. Let's jump right in. We first need to create an NPM account. If you already have one, you can skip this step. But if you're new to NPM or just want to follow along, let's walk through the process together. Go to npmjs.com and click on the Sign Up button at the top right corner of the page. Now, you'll be taken to the registration page. Here, you'll need to fill in a few details: your username, your email address, and a password. Let's talk about the username for a second. Your username is going to be your identity on NPM, so choose something that's professional and easy to remember. For example, I'm going to use SoftsWeb as my username. If you're creating this for your personal projects, you might want to use your name or a handle that represents you. Fill up your email address and password and click on Create an Account. Check your email and finish the registration by entering the one-time password. And that's it. You're now officially an NPM user. The next step is to log in to NPM from the terminal. This is important because it allows us to publish our package directly from our local machine. First, open your terminal. If you're on Windows, you can use Command Prompt or PowerShell. On Mac or Linux, just open your default terminal app and type npm login. Press enter to open the login URL in the browser. You will be prompted to enter a one-time password received in your email. Once you have done that, return to the terminal. If successful, you should see a message confirming that you are logged into the registry. Now it's time to create our project locally. First, we need to create a folder for our project. Next, we need to initialize an NPM project. This will create a package.json file, which is like the blueprint of our package. To do this, run npm init-y. Open the project into a code editor, and now comes the fun part: writing the code for our port checker package. First, we need to install a dependency called Chalk. Chalk is a library that lets us add colors to the terminal output, making it easier to read. Once that's done, let's create the main file for our package. In the port checker folder, create a file called index.js. I already wrote the content of the file, but let me quickly explain to you what's happening here. At the top, we have the shebang. It tells the system that this script should be run using Node.js. It's important because we're going to turn this into a CLI tool later. Next, we import two modules. The net module is built into Node.js, and we'll use it to check if a port is available. The chalk module lets us add colors to the terminal output, making it easier to read. Then, we grab the port number from the command line arguments. Then we validate the port number to make sure it's a valid number and within the range of 0 to 65,535. If the port isn't valid, we show an error message in red and exit the script. We also check if the port is a privileged port, that is, below 1024. These ports often require elevated privileges to use. Next, we create a server and try to listen on the specified port. Finally, we handle errors. If the port is already in use, we show a warning in yellow. If there's a permission error, like when trying to use a privileged port without the rights, we show an error in red. For any other errors, we log the error message in red. Let's test the script locally for now. We can do this by typing node followed by the file name and the port. The file name is index.js. This is an available port. Port 22 is a privileged port, of course, and since I have an app running on port 8080, it correctly shows the output. Now let's make the index file executable and publish the package using npm publish with the access public flag. As you can see, we've encountered an error here. Apparently, there's already an existing package with a name similar to ours. Port checker as a single word is already taken, and even though we have it with a dash, apparently it's too close to this one. To resolve this, we'll follow the recommendation provided here. We'll add our username before the package name. Depending on how you name your package, you might not need to do this if no similar names exist. It should work directly. After changing the name, let's quickly run the publish command again. It seems to be working fine this time. Now let's check the package on the NPM website. As you can see, it's been published less than a minute ago. Great. Now one more thing. You might have noticed that we started with version 1.00. If we want to make any modifications to our package, we'll also need to adjust the version number. Simply update the version and run the publish command again, and the changes will be reflected in the NPM registry. Now, let's test it as a global command line tool. You can perform this step from any computer. First, install the package from the NPM registry using npm install. Once installed, to check a port, simply use npx port checker followed by the port number. Now, you can share your package with friends and have them install it, or you can use it yourself on any computer regardless of the operating system. And that's it. Let me know in the comments the name of the package you just published on NPM registry. Thanks for watching and see you next time.